I am done pretending that the last few years were just politics. That was psychopathy in power. That was a nation handed over to men whose entire operating system is ego, domination, humiliation, and reward without consequence. A country run like a frat house by emotionally stunted bullies who confuse cruelty with strength and noise with leadership. And look at us now, burned out, traumatized, distrustful, angry, exhausted, broke. In spirit, if not in wallet. A nation with PTSD because we let narcissists drive the bus and then acted shocked when they drove it off a cliff. So no, I don't want to return to normal. Normal gave us this. What we need is a matriarchal reset. And before the fragile men start screaming, let me be clear. Matriarchy does not mean women oppressing men. It means life finally outranks ego. Because here's the truth, nobody wants to say out loud. The patriarchal system is a psychopath magnet. It rewards the exact traits that should disqualify someone from leadership: lack of empathy, compulsive lying, obsession with dominance, inability to self-reflect, addiction to applause, and total indifference to harm as long as they win. That's not leadership. That's a clinical profile. A matriarchal system flips the incentives. In a matriarchal system, the first question isn't, how do I look? It's, who gets hurt? Children are not collateral damage. The sick are not expendable. The poor are not lazy failures. Truth is not optional. And abusers don't get infinite second chances because they're rich, loud, or powerful. In a matriarchal system, care is policy, preparation is strength, memory matters, and harm follows you. You don't get to torch the village and then rebrand yourself as a hero. And let's talk about children for a second, because this is where the current system absolutely indicts itself. Any society that treats children as bargaining chips, labor inputs, culture war props, or acceptable losses has already failed, full stop. A matriarchal system treats children as sacred infrastructure, not slogans, not photo ops, not thoughts and prayers. If you cannot protect children, you are not fit to rule, period. And here's why the loudest men hate this idea so much. Because matriarchal systems don't reward intimidation. They reward competence. You can't yell your way through a crisis. You can't bluff a pandemic. You can't gaslight a hurricane. You can't threaten your way out of climate math. Women-led systems across the world have already shown this. Lower corruption, better crisis response, higher trust, more stability. Not because women are saints, but because narcissism doesn't scale when accountability is relational. In a matriarchal system, people remember, communities remember, and predators don't get to hide behind institutions. That terrifies weak men, because weak men rely on chaos. They rely on confusion. They rely on exhaustion. They rely on us being too tired to notice the con. And that's what the Trump era really was. A long con powered by spectacle and cruelty, designed to normalize dysfunction so thoroughly that people would mistake abuse for leadership. I refuse. Strength is not screaming. Strength is not dominance. Strength is not cruelty dressed up as toughness. Real strength is protection. Real authority is trust. Real leadership is service. A matriarchal America would not be soft. It would be unforgiving to abuse and relentless about truth. It would end the era of psychopaths mistaking power for entitlement. It would end the cosplay of strongmen who collapse the moment accountability shows up. It would end the lie that empathy makes a nation weak, because empathy is how you survive the future. If America is going to make it through what's coming, climate, technology, demographic change, global instability, it will not be led by tantrum throwing, egos addicted to dominance. It will be led by people who know how to hold life together. Care is not weakness. Memory is not vengeance. Boundaries are not oppression. They are survival. And after everything this country has been put through, choosing a matriarchal framework isn't radical. It's sanity.